The National Shooting Sports Foundation reports over 15 million Americans have purchased new firearms so far this year. And over 5 million of those were buying a gun for the first time. Well, that has exploded the demand for training classes at ranges across the country. It's basic training for beginners who have never before even touched a firearm, but they're gunning up in a year when personal defense has suddenly become a priority.
Yep. Get that up there and then line these guys up, right?
I've never desired to have a gun. I've never wanted one, but then you think, well, what if I need one?
Great. Good job. Do it again. There you go. Good shot. Rule number one is we treat all firearms as if they're loaded.
About a quarter of this beginner's class at Royal Range in Nashville told us they had never fired a gun before, and some others hadn't shot in years. They are just a few of the millions who have picked up a firearm in the past few months. So why are they here? Well, we asked for a show of hands who's concerned about the state of our society right now.
Maybe nowadays things have changed a little bit. That's why y'all are here taking classes.
Several of these beginning and, in a few cases, returning shooters said they felt the need to learn on the range and in the classroom how to protect themselves with a gun, and that this kind of instruction helps them feel safer and better able to handle whatever threat may come along.
During this time, I just want to make sure that I can, protect the household.
This pistol here, Glock 42, is a .380 caliber pistol, .380, right? In hundredths of an inch.
Pray I never have to use it, but if so, I want to make sure I can use it the right way and understand when to use it.
Royal Range used to run 2 beginner classes a month. Now it's 5 or 6 with a waiting list for more.
After seeing the news, yeah, I'm getting concerned.
Well, I think in the current climate of society, it never hurts to at least have a plan to protect yourself if needed.
And a nationwide survey of gun dealers found that in the first 4 months of this year, over 40% of gun buyers across the country were first-time buyers, with handguns the most popular purchase.
Remember we talked about in class and practice in there, line these guys up, put it right there in the center, just press real easy, okay? Keep it there in the center and just put it real easy. Perfect. Do that again. Look at there, how easy that is. Good, you're doing good.
This year has been like no other in the firearms world. Demand is so high that many retailers are having a hard time finding guns and ammunition to sell. And what they do have doesn't stay in the store for long.
Am I doing this right?
Some of these beginners will never fire a shot once this class is over. And several told us they hope they never have to. But just a few hours of instruction is enough to get them started on learning the basics of self and home protection and feeling better prepared in uncertain times.
See the hammer coming back? Last little bit of it goes forward. Remember, it cocks and releases it.
Royal Range's director of training, Bob Allen, was a Nashville police officer and firearms instructor for 34 years. Now he works with everyone from elite SWAT teams to raw beginners, spreading the gospel of safe firearms handling and responsible self-defense.
To make them better gun handlers, to make them safe at the home and talk about gun boxes and gun locks when they get around kids and family members who shouldn't have it. And to make them feel like eventually, once they take classes past this class, that they can protect the family out there. It's not as hard as people think. And the girls can do it just as good as the guys. Certain guns will not fit you. If you're gonna keep guns with you and around you all the rest of your time on Earth, I'd get to know those very well.
The basic course for a beginner runs 3 hours. 1 lecture, 1 hands-on, getting acquainted with the gun, and 1 hour on the range.
Y'all, the way we tell a revolver's empty is by looking at the cylinder. Can y'all see that cylinder? And that there's nothing in it, correct?
Safety comes first. The basics that we've all been taught: muzzle control, trigger discipline, and knowing what's behind your target.
If we have guns at the house, and I bet some of you do already, they're loaded. If you pick it up at night to defend you and your family because of home invasion, where are the bullets gonna go? Where can I shoot and where can I not shoot? Everybody get that? That's really important.
Then they work on gun handling, gripping the weapon, working the slide, or opening the cylinder. Just getting used to having it in their hands.
See that right there?
Yes.
It's going into that, watch.
But
So-
you have to, you're pushing up on that as you're
Continuously, yeah, until it finds that little hole right there and locks in place.
Bob says most of his students pick up basic skills pretty quickly when they get to the range. The women sometimes quicker than the men. Getting a good sight picture is usually the biggest challenge.
Should I go ahead and just do it?
Yep, coming. Nice, easy shot, easy trigger press. Keep pressing. Dead center. Keep doing that. Really what we're watching is, and what they need the most, a lot of them, it isn't marksmanship. Most people with a few minutes of coaching can hit the target. What they need so they don't have negligent discharges is gun handling skills.
The goal is just to learn the essentials of handling a gun correctly and to build ability and confidence in case they ever have to use it. Marksmanship is important, but not as important as proper gun handling.
I think it went really well. I mean, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. It was good to be in a class with a lot of other people who were first-time shooters, because I didn't feel, silly or, inexperienced with it.
Very nice. Finger goes straight. Finger goes straight. Set them down on the table. Let's look at it.
I feel more confident, I do. I have yet to purchase a gun because I wanted to experiment with several kinds first before I do buy one. So yeah, I do. I feel very confident.
For the majority of these first-time shooters, their training will end here, but others will go on to learn more about self-defense and perhaps get a carry permit.
That's better.
But every beginner we talked to said they felt better now about owning and potentially using a firearm, better about their own basic abilities, and ready to face what the future might put in front of them.
I feel safer with the weapon. I feel safer knowing how to use a weapon. I feel safer that I still want to take more classes. This is not enough. I'm no expert by any means, so I definitely want to take more classes.
Well, we've done it. 100,000 subscribers and growing, and for that, we thank you. If you're interested in seeing full-length current Shooting USA shows, literally the morning after they debut on the network, there's a link in the video description below. A modest subscription price gets you access to over 50 hours of full-length current Shooting USA shows. If you're enjoying the YouTube content, please consider subscribing, leave a like and a comment. It really helps with the algorithm.